The stars of the AFC and NFC are ready to shine. Next on EA Sports.
This is a very special... Brandon Gaudin, so pleased to be with you. I'll be joined by Charles Davis in just a moment. You know, we think about the rich history of this event dating back to 1938. But beginning with the 2022 season, this game is now a virtual event. The inaugural, if you will, Madden Pro Bowl took place in February of 2023. It was a win for the NFC, 31-19, behind Justin Jefferson and Micah Parsons. They took down Nick Chubb and Derwin James of the AFC, and we're excited to continue this new tradition here. And Goff going to look to throw right away. Dancing to his left. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Now a 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Forced out to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
3rd down, goal to go from the 8. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Justin Jefferson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the NFC... way down the field to score on their opening drive. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So here now the AFC for their first drive. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. At the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. So here's a 3rd and 14. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Kevontae Turpin is deep for the NFC. Take it at the 37. Oh, good move. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the NFC is going to have a short field as they take over 1st and 10. Now Goff steps away to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Back to throw, Goff. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. On 4th down, here's Jack Fox of the Lions to punt for the NFC. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's Allen. It fights him off. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll send Judy in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Allen. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to bring this one back for an NFC touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. They'll run it again with Henry. Taken down at the 42.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Allen going to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here now the NFC to take over on offense. Goff now to throw. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Jefferson going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 37.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy.
The NFC with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jefferson going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Being chased out left. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's Goff. Rolling to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Goff. Flushed out right. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now Goff. On the move to his left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Max Crosby, his 2nd sack of the night. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll try the right side here. Barkley slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Jefferson going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the NFC adds on to their lead. So this, not a stat line that you'd expect to see. 2 touchdowns for him now in the ball game, both coming on the ground.
And while it may be unusual, it's obvious they found something that they like on offense and they can use against the defense. And I think they'll continue to go to it until they stop them.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will make this a 19-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The AFC set to take over on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Now Allen. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the NFC will take over 1st and 10. The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better.
There he goes, right side. He may go. Justin Jefferson, and touchdown. Justin Jefferson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Back out is the AFC offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. To the air, Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
It's not often that we chastise people in a Pro Bowl, but offensive line. Come on now. You got to give him a chance back there. He got clobbered on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. 3rd and 9 here. Gone. Out to his left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Now it's Goff. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Goff now looks to throw. Buying time to his left. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right?
And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the NFC just continuing to pour it on.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the route is on here in this 1st half. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. They'll let this go deep for Collins. Oh, and that is incomplete. So we have come upon halftime of this Pro Bowl with the end. We now proceed to the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The AFC going to get the ball first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Eluding the press. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. On the counter, it's Henry. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Goff escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the NFC, they take advantage of the interception. They turn it into 6 points. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The AFC's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The offense for the AFC set to go now. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Barkley diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Aubrey now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Johnson that time able to knock it away.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Pulled in at the 24. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The NFC's offense and Justin Jefferson set to take over once more. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. Pat Surtain up to make the play. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Jefferson going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Shifts past him at the 45. Gets past one man. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play that time for the NFC. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Saquon Barkley running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The AFC offense making their way back out. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Nick Bosa, his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. It's the AFC in possession, though they trail here to begin the fourth. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. What's that? Throwing now is Allen. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 10. Jefferson going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. They juked him. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. What's that? To throw is Goff. That is caught. He will have the first down and a bit more. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, 49 yards. And the NFC able to capitalize on that fumble recovery and turn it into 6. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CeeDee, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Back out is the AFC offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Allen now looks to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. Operating from the gun, Allen. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Off the play fake, Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to bring this one back for an NFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The AFC offense making their way back out. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles. And, oh, my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. After the interception, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the... and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To the air again, Goff. And this one is going to be off. Too far out in front.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Back to throw, Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Saquon Barkley. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the NFC stretching that lead out even a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Aubrey now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Micah Parsons bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Allen going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Goff now to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. Now 3rd down and 7. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to go down again. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. Four and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
That's taken on the 25. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. The NFC's offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Throwing now, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught at the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Back out is the AFC offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Micah Parsons make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's good for an AFC.
Here's Allen. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jalen Carter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.